Well, I promise you something with a bit of local interest on Cheery Tunes today. And this is very local because this recording of Hinge Bracket performing at Stockport Town Hall with Stockport Symphony Orchestra was made, let me just check the date, cassette recording was made, I think it's 1985, I've seen the date on it somewhere, 85 or 86. Of course I should have checked before I started filming. I'll find it and put that date in the description when I post the thing on Facebook. But just to give you a bit of background, we did a concert with Hinge Bracket one Saturday night in the town hall, and then we all went back the following day to do this recording, and I think it stands up very well. Now my cassette recorder isn't, I haven't used it for about 20 years, and so I did a few years ago when I turned this up in the bookcase, took it to a place and got a CD, a transcription of it. So I'm going to play you a track. Now there are some orchestral numbers, some with the artists, but I'm going to play you, excuse me, I can't read it through the phone, I need to read it, so I'll just wave the camera around, have a look at the teddy bears while I'm just reading this. I'm going to play the second track, which is a song called The Girl with the Brogue, and it's from the Arcadians. We actually started the concert with the Arcadians Overture, which is rather nice, but we'll perhaps say that for another occasion. But it's Dame Hilda Bracket singing here, and when I finish playing this to you, I'm just going to run down a few names of people I remember who were playing in that concert, and I'm sure you'll be able to fill in some gaps too, and it's brought a lot of memories back, so this is all rather fun. Here we are, off we go. We're on the Bang & Olufsen player today. Well, there we are, that's one track from the long cassette with the full concert on. and it's a lovely listen. Thinking about who was in the orchestra at the time, this was a golden age for me. Stockport Symphony in the 1980s. It was a very wonderful experience, and one I shall never forget. And the orchestra at that time was led by our friend John Phillips, who did an outstanding job of leading the strings there, and with a few cheery tuners actually who were around in the orchestra in those days: Adrian Spilsbury, Chris Shaw. I'm not sure if Paul and Rosie Hickman were playing in this concert on cellos. Thinking through the other string players, my very good friends of the day, Marion and Jeff Cole, who I've rather lost touch with, but we were great mates in those days. And thinking through the rest of the strings, there was Chris Shaw would be playing bass, as would Gladys and Tony Anderson, Jenny Hughes. In the woodwind department, Cass Stark was first flute, Jeff Smith was first clarinet, Peter Austin on the bassoon, and Jenny Austin as well, probably playing flute, piccolo. The horn section was led by Frank Proctor, of course, and his mates. They were a great team. The brass was masterminded, I think, by Martin Gill, and Christine, his wife, of course, played and fixed the strings. So what a lovely time it was, and this concert really was something special and great fun. So I just thought you'd like that little bit of local colour. All these names will mean nothing to some of our cheery tuners, but possibly an awful lot to certain others, so it's worth just making a bit of that. If you show enough interest, I'll play perhaps just some of the orchestral excerpts. There's a nice rendering of Perpetua Mobile, for example, and some lovely vocal numbers too. So there we are. That's a slightly special cheery tune for today. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.